Hi family, we put together this video to thank all of you for the last 28 years.
So let me start by sharing with you a vivid memory I have of my mom. So when I was really young, probably about 1 or 2, I remember my mom asking me, did I want a younger brother or younger sister? And my response was quite immediate. I told her that I wanted a younger brother. In about a year's time, I had a younger brother. And the thing about that was that no one told me that we needed to share toys, or that he would be bullying me, or if he'd be like pulling my hair when no one was looking. So in all my years growing up, we fought a lot, but I think one thing was really awesome is that we both were really close age gap wise. So that brought us together in a lot of ways. We went to the same schools, we went to the same CCAs, we did the same activities together. And that really brought us very close together. I really appreciate the fact that I can go to him and talk about things. It always felt really good that there was always someone that is very close, but yet who isn't very far away.
My mother was a very amazing person. My parents separated when I was very young, and so she gave up her youth to take care of me and made sure that I was always given the best care, and I was obviously her #1 priority. And so she was always there for me whenever I needed her. And when I was living and working in Great Ocean Road, which was 3.5 hours drive away from Melbourne, and I insisted on going back to Melbourne every weekend because I was so bored at Great Ocean Road. And she was quite upset because she knew that it was very dangerous for me to drive to and fro alone, because to and fro alone was a 7-hour drive. And she was just like, can you please take a train? Can you please just stay at Great Ocean Road? Just take care of yourself, put your safety first. But I was like, no, I want to see my friends. So she was like, okay, fine. So she just set aside time, like, Sarah, what time are you going to be driving back to Great Ocean Road today? And then I'll just be like, maybe 8 o'clock. She was like, but you reach back at 11. Then I was like, yeah. And then she was like, okay, never mind. But true enough, at 8 o'clock, she would just give me a call. And this went on for a few months, and our phone bills would both rack up to about $300 a month, just so that she knew that I was safe and I could reach Great Ocean Road safely. That was the kind of mother she was. And now when I look back, those 3-hour conversations really helped us bond. And I would like to thank you for watching over me unconditionally.
I remember one event when my dad and my godfather actually brought me up to Melbourne to help me settle in just before my university started. And I remember the feeling of being there was so exciting that I couldn't wait for it to start. And then when it came to the very last day where they would leave me, something didn't feel very right. I could sense that, my parents felt really sad. No one was really smiling. So I remember looking back and thinking that my excitement was quite short-lived, and I started to have actually like nightmares when I was sleeping. Like something very terrible had happened at home. Woke up in the middle of the night, look at Facebook, look at the news to see that everything at home was still okay. And then the next day I would call them or text them just to make sure that everything was fine. So the event really made me appreciate the home that my parents built. It really made me appreciate my surroundings when I was growing up. And every time I think about it, I just feel like it's something that I really, really want to, protect it. I really want to grasp and make sure that it's always preserved. Dad, Mom, thank you for being examples of love. Thank you for bringing me and Eugene up the way you have. I know it has been really, really tough, but you guys make it so easy. I just feel so lucky to be your son.
My mom was very busy, so a lot of people came rallied around to take care of me. My grandparents, my auntie, my uncle, the 2 aunties. So I grew up with my 3 cousins, Elizabeth, Ethel and Eve. So even though my family was incomplete, but my heart was very full. My family was very, very supportive, and I was very, very well taken care of and very loved. And we did a lot of fun things together as children. Our ages were quite close, so we were always swimming together, going to the playground together, and just even getting drunk by accident because our auntie fed us champagne with orange juice, so we didn't know what we were, and then we would all get drunk, laugh and then fall asleep. So I had a really good childhood. I never really felt like an only child, and I felt very, very loved and secure despite our circumstances. I went to Melbourne at 17 and a half years old, and I actually never came back until 7 years later. And in those 7 years later, I guess I didn't know how hard it was for my mom until one day when I told her that I wanted to come home, and she revamped my entire room. She renovated it, she changed the wardrobe, she gave me a new bed, she made a whole bed frame for me, and she was just so excited that I was coming home. I think that's when I knew how much she missed me, but she never once in those 7 years told me to come home. Even when I told her that I wanted to do my honours and then eventually started work, she didn't ever tell me that, no, I'm all alone in Singapore, can you please come home? She never once told me something like this, and she always supported me with every decision as long as she knew it was what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be. And it was in those 7 years when we were apart that I really started to see how unconditional her love was, and also really, really appreciate everything that she has done for me, and that she put me before her own well-being. And what I'd like to tell you today, Mom, is that you're my first love. Thank you for showing me how to love so unconditionally and for giving me the best life that I have now.